G'day folks, can't really say I'm too surprised, but yeah, Wildcard have gone and made some more changes to the cryopods, probably in the direction that not many people wanted, and they're pushing for making them dino storage only, trying to make them dino storage only and removing any of the lovely features that might be possible, obviously because they've talked about how they're trying to implement it early just for storage. But yeah, let's have a look at what they're doing, and people can judge for themselves. Alright. If we just pick that up quickly. Alright, on to the quets we go. They have removed the ability to place cryopods on the quets platform saddles, so we can no longer have our mobile cryopod bases. This is obviously to try and prevent people from just going around and having cryopods wherever they want it. Which, you know, it's still going to promote people to just spam fridges. But to try and alleviate some of the fridge spam that was anticipated, they've actually made it now so that you must have a generator. So if I pick up the generator there, we can now see that this thing is unpowered and no longer has the ability to throw out the pods. So, can't do it. Alright, but if we put down a fridge, one of the lovely things that I just found out just now is, if you've actually waited the 5-minute timer, the 5-minute timer remains done. So you can just come by and power your fridge up, and you place a new one down, and you get your 5-minute timer. And so yeah, the fridge itself, the timer starts as soon as you place the fridge, not as soon as you've placed the power. We now have a new thing where we can actually see the range of them. The range is already on there, so we've actually got a new option there where we can show or hide the range. But for some reason, the 3500 range, which was meant to be 11 to 12 foundations. These ones here on my beach have extended, and this is actually 21 foundations long. So we can actually see the range here. And it should be that if I throw outside that, you get nothing. But the reverse should be true. If I throw in, it'll pop out. Alright. So, as we can see, this is basically what's going on. They've introduced a couple of new features there with the cryopods. I don't think it's quite the right direction. I don't understand why they don't want cryopods. There's no reason why we shouldn't be allowed to have them. There's possibly some PvP ramifications they're trying to overcome, but I don't see the point in it. Mainly because, you know, cryopods existed before. People know what they're about. But, they're not really articulating why they're pushing this so rigorously the way that they're doing it. But what we want to do is we want to come down here to my other builds from my other video, and we want to see what's actually going on. Let's have a look. So if we show the range on that one, so this was like 15 foundations, and yeah, so that's extending all the way out to what would be 21 foundations as well. So that's sort of been naturalized to a standard amount. And then we had one more set up here where I was trialing distances at different heights and locations. There we are there. Show the range. And yeah, so again, that's like 15, 16, and it will push out to something like 20. So the range has been increased from the 3500 units out to 20-ish foundations. 21 I think is basically what I counted. Well, that brings us to the end, I guess. There's that's pretty much all there is to say. I really wish that they document this stuff properly and actually let us know. We've got a PTR patch notes thing, and they're not keeping it up to date. The other thing they're not keeping up to date is the dedicated server PTR branch. So this is all based on the client side of things, right? So they've pushed it out to the client build, so we can use single player, or we can set up the PTRs. We can join the PTR servers that they've set up. But the dedicated server is actually a separate branch in Steam, and they're not keeping that up to date with these changes, which is a real pain, because I'd like to be able to test this on an actual server rather than using single player. Or their servers, where obviously you don't have cheats to be able to spawn things in and give it a real go and get it done quick. You've actually got to go and grab everything, which is annoying. Alright, well, that's enough whinging and griping about that. Let me know what you think about the changes. Personally, don't think it's the right direction, but obviously we're not choosing the direction, and it appears that they really just want dino storage and nothing else. Alright, catch you later.